All right, Shalom, Akim. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, I was just reading Revelations chapter 11, verses 8 through 13. We was talking about how America is the rebirth of Babylon, man. You know what I'm saying? How we know that according to these prophecies. How Sodom, how because of Sodom, the LGBT community, you know what I'm saying, in Egypt for the bondage of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American man. And we read in verse 12 when the dead bodies, when they was laying dead in the street, and the other nations, they ain't want to suffer to put them in graves, and they was given in marriage for the destruction of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, right along with 2/3 of them. You know what I'm saying? They were celebrating and giving gifts. And you know what I'm saying? And happy and rejoicing that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American lost their way. They lost their power. So the other nations, that's outside of them, they was rejoicing over it, man. And also 2/3 of our own nation, our own people, man, was with the so-called white man and the rest of these nations, man, that helped take us down. Because you got 2/3 of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They will help build on the so-called white man's so-called white lies, man. They'll help destroy the minds of our people. Just like, you know what I'm saying, these Rothschilds, these DuPonts, and these Gettys, they ain't got to tell you why they celebrate Christmas. All they got to do is keep advertising it on the TV and tell you to do it every year. And acknowledge that it's this time of the year. But 2/3 of you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also other nations, push forth reasons why we should celebrate these days. Use excuses like the children and so forth and so on. But you know what I'm saying? You cannot make a cricket thing straight, man. You can't make a pagan holiday. You can't make a pagan day a holy day, man. It's no way. I don't care if you do try to make it for the children and add a little twist to it. Dress your pagan god up, make it look like a so-called Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying? And he passing out gifts. It don't matter how you try to dress this wicked day up, man. It's still wicked. Thus said the Lord. It don't matter how you try to dress it up and deck it. That's just like the scriptures say, man. That, you know what I'm saying? Satan basically turned himself into an angel of light. And 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans help him make himself a light, man. Y'all, when we lift up the skirt of the so-called white man, y'all try to pull it down, man. Y'all don't want his nakedness to be revealed because he's your father, the devil, which means deceiver, because that's all he been doing around the four corners of the earth. And y'all ain't doing nothing but help manifest your father's lies. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua told them wicked people that was of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American, which make up the 12 tribes of Israel, that they are of their father, the devil, man. He was a liar from the beginning. And his lust, he's going to fulfill his own lust, man. And once he tell a lie, he tell a lie of himself. He's talking of himself because he's the father of it. Okay, and just to clear it up even more, because I mentioned this scripture earlier, I'm going to go ahead and get it. About when Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who the world immediately calls Jesus Christ, make his return, you know what I'm saying, what he's going to do. We're going to go ahead and clear that up according to the scriptures. Because we all know that St. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34 say, think not that he come to send peace on earth. He come not to send peace, but a sword. To let you know, man, just like it say in Isaiah 66, with his sword, he should plead with all flesh, man. And he's going to separate the sheep from the goat. And all the ones that's on his left-hand side with the goats, man, they're gonna be slain, man. The Lord is going to get busy, man, when he gets back here. And the ones that he called up, the 144,000 men, they're going to get busy too. Those fishers going to turn into mighty hunters, man. Okay, let me get this scripture real quick. Okay, this is 1 Thessalonians. Man, come on, man. Shalaki, man. Because I'm sitting here trying to do this video, man. I've been having distraction after distraction, man. I'm over here at my grandma's house. They want to keep sitting here worried about a car and shit, and I'm sitting here trying to do the Lord's work. Something that's more important than a bullshit-ass car that's going to be destroyed, man. But, man, I ain't going to sit here and dwell on that and let that stop me from doing this lesson. Let me continue, man. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangels, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. And we just read that in Revelations, man, chapter 11. About verse 13, I believe it was. Yeah, it was verse 13 when he said that they heard a great shout from heaven, man. And that shout is the voice of the Lord, man. Yahweh Ba'ashin Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? And with the trump of the Most High, man, and all the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. So whoever died in this truth, and they didn't come back into this earth and be reincarnated, they're going to rise in Hamashiach, man. So if you die while you in this truth, before Yahweh Shai Mashiach returns with the holy angels, man, you're going to be called up first. Verse 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. And the Lord is talking about is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, because that's who's coming back in the Father's glory, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh, the Father, is not going to do anything himself, man. That's why he has angels. That's why he has his son, man, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Because he's too great in power to come down here and destroy this place, man. If he was to come down here, you know, to cleanse the earth, man, it's not going to be an earth because he's that great in power. That's why he has angels, and you know what I'm saying, in the order of things, set up to do, you know what I'm saying, his work for him. Okay, verse 18. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. And this is what we're supposed to be comforting one another with, man, these words. Because this is the comforter. Just like Yahweh Shai Mashiach prayed to the Father, you know what I'm saying, for the 1/3 and 144,000 to have a comforter after his name when he leaves here, man. And this is the comforter, man. This is the Holy Spirit. This is the truth. This is his words, man. And his words are as a shield, man. And the righteous run into it and it's safe, man. Okay, let me get another precept. Okay, I'm going to get that St. Matthew, man, when he separate the sheep from the goat, man. I'm going to start at, let me get the one in 24. This is St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And that's what's going to happen, man. The powers of the heavens are going to be shaken. You seen the signs in the moon, man. You know, they call it a solar eclipse, man, the blood moon. You know, and they got in the moon, they say in the moon will not give its light, man. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, all these signs, you know, you seen recent signs that look just like these signs. And you know, nation rising up against nation. Just like earlier in this chapter, it quotes, man. And you know, and you got earthquake in diverse places, man, and famines coming, man. And you can already see the famine of the word coming up, man, with this internet issues that they finna be having and pushing. Okay, verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And the clouds of heaven is them chariots, man. Back to them chariots. To let you know, man, that he's going to be, you know, coming on a chariot, man, that look like a mountain. It's going to be huge, man. It's going to look like, you know, like it's going to be bigger than the pyramids, man. Y'all saw Independence Day, man. It's going to be like that. It's going to cover all the whole sky. And that's the greatest example of that. Okay, verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other. And that's what's gonna happen, man. That's why in Revelation chapter 7 say that the angels was holding the wind from the destruction until they seal the service of their power in their foreheads, man. Just roughly paraphrasing. You know, that's what they're gonna do, man. They're gonna seal up his elect, man, from one end of the earth to the other. Okay, and let me go over here over to verse 2. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord do come. Because no man know the day or hour that the Lord come. Not even the Lord know the day that he's coming. Not even the holy angels, man. Just the Father. It's just in the Father's hands, man. He's going to let everybody know when to move. That's why we got to wait to Yahweh, you know, who the world instantly calls God, Jehovah Allah, and Yahweh, to rise into the prey, man. Verse 43. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known and what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. And if we did know the day and the hour that the Lord cometh, man, we would have watched. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, his 144,000 men, we're going to be watching as well as praying, man. We're going to be vigilant of the times, man. We're going to pay attention and watch the signs. We're going to measure the times diligently in themselves, man. But 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, y'all not watching the times. All y'all care about is to fill your flesh. The things that, to fill your flesh with these things of the world, man, about your money, your cars, your clothes, your females. You know, how to get a better job, how to get another financial increase in this kingdom that's clearly coming to naught, man. Okay, verse 44. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord have made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. And he made ruler over the households, starting with Apostle Tahar on down, man. The apostles and elders, a great millstone, man, all the way to the camp heads, all the way to the younger Achium, and the other brothers, like Men of Valor, DTA, Yahweh Shah Street Disciples, and all the other brothers that's under the umbrella of Yahweh Shah, man. You know what I'm saying? He get, he want to, to give the household meat in due season. And our household is the nation of Israel, man. Verse 45. Shalaki, verse 46. Blessed is that servant who the Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So blessed is the servant when the Lord cometh, man, he shall find doing, man. Because he's going to make him ruler of the nations, man. Just like it's prophesied in the book of Psalms. He's going to give us the heathen. You know what I'm saying? He's going to give us our heart desires. He's going to give us the delicious kingdom. He's going to give us plenty and many women, man. He's going to give us everything. So right now, man, we should be doing everything that Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah command us to do to the best of our ability, man. Striving for that perfection. Taking off that old man, putting on that new man. Being perfect in faith so we can be made perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? Trusting in him don't matter what everything look like. Walking by faith, not by sight, man. Because at the end of the day, man, he's going to make manifest who his elect are, man. He's going to make manifest who his saints are. And everybody else going to have to be shocked and amazed and oohed and awed at the strangeness of his salvation, like the scriptures we read earlier, man. Okay, let me get a quick precept. This is St. Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what I basically just mentioned, man. People just worrying about the fleshly things, man. But the spirit is willing, because the spirit know where it come from, man. The spirit know that it want to be increased and fed, but your flesh, man, is weak, man, and it war against the spirit all day long. That's why in this truth, man, you are your biggest enemy, man. And you can't let your flesh overcome you, man. You can't let the flesh overcome your spirit in this truth. So every day is a fight. So you got to watch as well as pray, man. You can't give in to these seducing spirits and these heathens and these 2/3 nigga lights that swear they know what life about, man. And you know what I'm saying? And these 2/3 so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that been around for years that swear the way they living is living. But it's not, because you don't know the Lord. You don't know the thing that lasts. You don't know the things that are eternal and last forever. You just know about these things that they can turn to dust and that you're going to lose when you die. Okay, this is St. Matthew's chapter 25, verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit on the throne of his glory. And that's what's going to happen when the Son of Man cometh. That's Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who the world illly calls Jesus Christ. And all the archangels is going to be with him, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to sit upon the throne of his glory. Verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And that's what the shepherd is going to do, the great shepherd. Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man, who the world innately calls Jesus Christ. He's going to separate all nations from one from another, man. The confusion of faces, the ones that look like they're normal, you know what I'm saying, nationality, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. He's going to separate them one from another. And he also is going to take 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that want to be of your father the devil and put y'all right on the left-hand side with them goats, man. Because that's who y'all chose. When he called, y'all did not answer. Y'all chose the things that's unrighteous. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chose the things that he did not delight in. Okay, verse 32. Shalaki, verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, on his right hand, right along with himself, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, with the holy angels. You know what I'm saying? That 1/3 and 144,000, he gonna set them on his right hand. Those the sheep. But the goats on his left hand, that's the, that's the red dot Indian, the so-called Arabs, the so-called white man. They the main ones. They the number one. I should have named first, because they the first. That's the goats. You know what I'm saying? They the negative vibration on the earth, man. They the wicked, the ones that was created for the day of vengeance, man. And the Chinese, Japanese, the Hawaiians, everyone that's outside of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are the negative vibration. They the goats, man. But like I say, 2/3 of y'all gonna be right over there with them, because y'all didn't want to hearken unto the Lord when you had time and repent, man. Your goals wasn't to make it to the kingdom of heaven, to get your heart's desire, to get everything that you could have wanted, man. Your goals was to get a new car, to get a new house, to make pastor proud, to make your mom and dad proud. Stuff that don't really matter, man. You can make somebody proud, but this flesh is not eternal, man. These things in this world is not eternal. This stuff come and go. You can get money anytime, man. You can get these cars and clothes anytime. Why not fight for something that lasts forever, man? Everlasting life. A delicious kingdom, man. That you get your heart's desire. You get all the women you want. Everything. You just have to be patient, man. You got to be long-suffering in this truth. You just got to fight the good fight, man, of the faith. Prove yourselves. Not get impatient, man, and fall out of this truth. Because you're going to get whooped with many stripes if you in this truth, man, and you being lukewarm. And you hiding your Lord's money, man. You putting your money in the earth instead of getting out there and doing work, man. Making sure you have what you owe when Yahweh Shah Mashiach reveal himself from the heavens, man, with the chariots, man, and the holy angels. Okay, verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world, because it was prepared for us from the foundation of the earth, man. Before all this was even created, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah already had the plan, you know what I'm saying, to get his people that love him, you know, their heart's desire, you know, to give us that delicious kingdom. We just had to do, you know, set forth, do our part, get out there and do our parts, man. And that is teaching this word, man, because he chose by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe, man. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shah Mashiach, who the word illy called Jesus Christ, commanding his disciples to go out there and feed his sheep if they love him. You know, to go into the house, the lost sheep of the house of Israel and no other nations. But people love to take, you know what I'm saying, John 3:16 and twist it, man, and try to say it and make it say the whole world. But it just say world. It don't say the whole world. It say the world. He loved the world. You know, it's different world. The world of Israel, the world of the Edomites, the football world, the basketball world. You know, when you quote stuff like this, oh man, you know what I'm saying, I was daydreaming in my own world. You know what I'm saying? That's literally what he's exactly like that. It's just that y'all don't research words and learn, you know what I'm saying, and go into the roots of words. That's why y'all still talking this language and not even speaking it right. Because y'all don't consider it to look into things. Y'all don't study thyself approval. Okay, I got one more scripture, man, and I hope this lesson was edifying. And I pray and hope it was. We done got, you know, we got to the end and we done got pushed through, even though we had a lot of distractions. But it's all good. I still hope you brothers was edified. Okay, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Back here at Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thine forth that is driven away with the storm. So the hope of the ungodly, all their cars, clothes, hoes, and they money, you know what I'm saying, they little jobs, all that stuff. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying, their hope, the hope of the ungodly, man, is like dust, man, because that's what all this stuff is gonna be turned into when them nuclear missiles is shot on this place, man, and it turns into the lake of fire. Thus saith the Lord, and it speaks of that in Revelation, man. This place known as Babylon, the baby of Babylon, you know what I'm saying, is going to be destroyed. Because this is the great place of confusion, man. You know what I'm saying? They got stuff that's against nature, man, itself. Even though Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah told the men not to be transsexuals. He told them men not to lay with men. He told the women not to be lesbians. Women not to lay with women. But you know what I'm saying? This place is all for confusion. That's how you know it is spiritually Babylon. Because this place is full of confusion. You know what I'm saying? They let pedophilias run around and have them, you know, they little 4-year, 5-year, and 12-year-old girls. And they about 50. You know what I'm saying? This place is great in confusion, man. The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American believe that they are a nationality that only been, well, not even a nationality. They believe that they are color, that they only been being called since the 60s. They believe that they are African American, some shit they only been called since the 90s, man. And y'all history go back further than that. This is the great place of confusion, man. Everybody here is confused. They say everybody is everybody. Everybody's mixed in. But that's a lie, man. Just like the scriptures tell us, you cannot drive an orange into an apple tree. It's no way, man. It don't matter how many lies that you tell. It's not going to make it true, man, because one truth can tear down a mountain of lies, man. Okay. Like as the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest, and passeth away as the remembrance of a gust that tarry by the day. And that's what it's going to do, man. According to Revelations, he said, this place here, America, Babylon, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be destroyed in 1 hour, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be dust, and everybody that passed by it going to be astonished, man. They're going to be like, ain't that was the great city? Ain't that was the best city on the face of the earth, man? The one that had the powerhouse army, and that was taking over, still killing and destroying and taking over people's lands and taking their gold and all their resources in their land. Yeah, and that's how they're gonna look, man. They're gonna be astonished. That's why they're gonna be awed in the strangeness of his salvation, man. Okay, verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward is also with the Lord. And the care of them is with the Most High. Con. You know what I'm saying? The righteous gonna live forevermore. Lord, will I be part of that number, man? The brothers that you see out there around the four corners of the earth, preaching this truth in sincerity, man, giving all diligence to make their calling unless it's sure, preaching this truth in season and out of season without wavering, man, praying, watching as well as praying, because praying is a huge tool in this truth, man. You must pray, man, without ceasing. Pray every day. Thank the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for waking you up. Thank him for the food you eat, and just simple stuff. Talk to the Lord. His ears are open for the righteous to pray unto him, man. And he's willing to give us anything our hearts desire and anything that we please to ask for, as long as it's not gonna as long as it's not gonna what's the word I'm looking for? Distract us from this truth. Long as it's gonna help us increase in this truth. His reward is with us, man, when he come with them holy angels, man, and he separate the sheep from the goat, man. And the care of them is with the Most High, man. That's why the Lord sent Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man, for us to get the repentance of sins. He was that huge sacrificial lamb for us to be able to combat the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American and the confusion of faces. Because we've been scattered abroad among the heathen. So we got, Israelites that look like these other nations. That's why it said he's going to separate all nations, man, and separate the sheep from the goat. So you don't be surprised when you see a so-called looking Chinese man or a so-called looking Arab or a so-called looking white man, and their seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because he said that was going to be. The greatest example is Blake Griffin. Look at his son, man. Okay, verse 16. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown, and the Lord from the Lord hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. And that's what he's going to give us, man, the glorious kingdom. Everlasting life, man, evermore. We're going to live evermore. With a beautiful crown, he's going to clothe us with them white robes, man. And we can't even imagine how them crowns going to look that he put on our head, man. And it's going to be beautiful. Just like the scripture just told us, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to come from the Lord's hand himself, man. Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who the world easily calls Jesus Christ, man. He's going to give us that beautiful crown out of his own hands. You know what I'm saying? And with his right hand, he shall cover us. And with his arms, he's going to protect us, man. And he's going to do that through the hour of temptation, man. All you got to do is give all diligence, man. You got to endure to the end of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Endure through temptation, man. Because we got to be tried. So with that, I pray and hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutation to the Akim out there around the four corners of the earth preaching this truth and sincerity. And the few Akwaf Yam that follow after their husbands and also believing in the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And the children that do also, man. Shalom to the sincere, man. And death to this wicked ass place, America, known as Babylon the Great, man, in the scriptures.